Hi, it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my 8th update for Throwback 30. Jessica Lee created this Fantastic Ladies project as a way to get a taste of more of the Fantastic Ladies projects since we can't do all the ones we want to because there's just too many. So this way we voted in 30 different projects and we get to do one prompt for each project, which is awesome. I still had 18 projects left in here as of the last update, and this one's not as good as I had hoped it would be, but I do still have rollouts. So we're gonna go through my list of what's left and see what the rollouts are. The first project on the list is 50 Shades of Brown, and that is a project that I'm doing this year, but my 51st brown item for Throwback 30 is the NARS Laguna Cream Bronzer in the shade Laguna 2. My goal is to use this 30 times. I had never used it before this project. At the last update I had 7 uses. I've used it 3 more times for a total of 10, so I'm a third of the way there. I do really like this. It blends really easily. I personally just apply it with my fingers. I don't use a brush or a sponge. I just use my fingers and then blend it onto my face where I want it. And so I will be doing that 20 more times. Next is the original 50 Shades of Pink, and I picked a pink thing. It's the LOC One and Done Shadow Stick in the shade Heavy Petal. It is a pale metallic pink. This is all that's left here, and my goal is to finish it. At the last update I'd used it 7 times and now I'm up to 8. I just used it once. I'm not sure if I'm really going to get this finished or not. This is starting to get difficult to sharpen, especially since the end piece here comes off. So I'm not sure if I'm going to manage to finish it or not, but I'm going to keep using it. It really is a one and done. I can't really use this as a base because nothing sticks to it. So this is for a very basic eye look, and this is close enough to my skin color that it is very subtle. So I don't use it all that often, just whenever I want a very soft type of eye look. Then there's 50 Shades of Purple, and for that I picked an eyeliner. This is the Cynthia Rowley eyeliner. It does not have a shade name, but it is purple. As of the last update, I had 11 uses, and I've used it 3 more times for a total of 14. My goal is 15. So I only have 1 more use left. I'm sure this will be rolling out next time. And so there it is. I did recently sharpen it, and it is kind of like loose in there, unfortunately, but that's what I'm working with. There we go. I don't think that's the end of it. There is more down there, but it is broken. But it's still usable as it is, and I will get my last use in the next month, and I can expect this to roll out next time. And the next project is 7 Deadly Pans. It is based on the 7 Deadly Sins. I randomized one of the sins, and I got Lust. So NARS is reliable for that. This is the NARS blush. It's a sample size. It's the shade Orgasm X. My goal is to use this 30 times. I had never used it before this project, and it still doesn't look used, but at the last update I had 14 of my 30 uses, and I've used it 3 more times for a total of 17. So I am getting there. It is a very pretty blush. I'm going to keep using it. I'm expecting to get more uses out of it over the next month, and maybe 3-ish months before I roll this out. We'll see how it goes. ColourPan is for panning ColourPop products, and since I only own one ColourPop product, there wasn't a whole lot to choose from there. This is the ColourPop Cherish eyeshadow palette. It's technically a pressed powder palette because that middle shade there is technically not approved for use on your eyes. That's how I use it anyway. At the last update, I had 1 of my 30 uses. Every time I use this palette, it counts as a use, whether I'm using one shadow or multiple. And I've used it 3 more times in the last month, bringing me to a total of 4. So I have a long way to go, still 26 uses. I do like these shades on me. They're not my favorite, but I don't dislike them either, and that's kind of why I bought this palette. I wanted to play with these reddish tones, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it because I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it on me. But it is a decent palette. I do like it, and it'll be in here for probably the end of the project, to be honest, but I'm going to try to get the rest of my 30 uses. Next is Disney Princess Roulette, and the princess that I randomized is Mulan. Her colors are blue and green, and so I picked something that could be either blue or green depending on your lighting. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and my goal is to finish this. At the last update I had 23 uses, and I used it another 11 times for a total of 34. My use on this is actually going to slow down, and that's because I'm going to be wearing more tinted moisturizer, and I don't wear primers with tinted moisturizer because putting a layer between what is supposed to be moisturizing my face and my skin doesn't really make sense to me, but I'll still be getting some use out of it, and I still intend to finish it. I do think this works. It does feel sticky initially when you apply it, but it doesn't stay feeling that way, and it does seem to be effective, so I'm still going to be trying to finish this even though it won't be quite as quickly as you might think. Next is Drop 10 Before Summer, in which you were to pan summer-themed items. I picked this DP Hue X Kristen Cavallari Sun and City Hair Mist, and my goal is to finish it, and I can make a mark this time. I used it 5 times in the last month, and I am making a new mark. This is slow going. We're going to see if I can get this done I'm not so sure. I'm also not so sure that it really does a whole lot. This is meant to protect your color treated hair from the sun and pollution damage. My hair is not color treated currently, so it's not even doing anything because it's not advertised to, but I'm still spraying it on there periodically if I'm spending more time in the sun or if I'm going to be in the downtown area. I live in the suburbs, it's not really all that polluted. So this is still in the project, and I don't know if I'm going to meet my goal on this or not by the finale, but we'll find out. Happy Hour is themed around adult beverages, and the beverage that I randomized is craft beer. And that is an indie brand product. I picked this Exa High Fidelity Color Corrector in the shade green. My goal is to use it 30 times. At the last update I had 18 uses. I've used it 5 more times for a total of 23, so I'm getting there. I just have 7 uses to go. This is effective. I'm not always all that red, so on days where I'm more red, this is very helpful, but if I just have a little bit of redness, this is too much. So I'm using it just when I need it more, and I'll probably get my uses by the end of the project. We'll see how long that takes me. Maybe 2 more months. We'll find out. Lip Service is for panning lip products, and I picked a lip gloss. This is the very old Maybelline Shiny Licious Gloss in the shade Berry Bella. I am trying to finish it. At the last update, I had 19 uses, and I've used it once since then, so I just have 20 uses at this point. I'm still trying to finish this. I'm not sure if I will or not. This has gotten stickier over the last year. So when this project started, I really didn't think the consistency was any different than the day I got it, but it has suddenly started getting stickier. And I discovered why. There's actually a little hole up here, and so air is getting into it is why it's like that, but it still smells completely fine, so I'm still using it. But it might dry out to the point where it's not usable, in which case I'll still call it a goal met, but it is still in the project. Nightmare on Panning Street is themed around horror movies, and the movie that I randomized is Event Horizon. That is a product that is magnetic or has magnetic packaging. So I picked my Glamnetic lashes in the style Virgo. They're not in here because they're on my eyes. My goal was to use them 30 times. At the last update I had 24 uses, and I've used them 4 more times. This is use number 4, so I still have 2 uses to go. They're still in here. The pen that came with this, the eyeliner pen, that dried out a while ago. It was empty. There really wasn't much eyeliner in there at all, which is kind of depressing because buying the replacement eyeliner was pretty pricey. It does work well though, and I have actually never used an eyeliner that was that difficult to get off as this one is. So I usually don't even need makeup remover, but I do for that eyeliner. And so it is effective in that way, I guess, even if it's actually kind of uncomfortable. I've never before used an eyeliner where I can feel it after it dries, but you can with the one that goes with these lashes. Oh well, it does make the eyelashes stick, and I will get my 2 uses by the next update, I am sure of it, and then these will be rolling out next time. Next is Skin is In, and that is for panning any skincare item. I picked a cleanser. This is the Nourishing Cleanser from the Soam Institute. And this is really expensive. It's like a $50 cleanser, which is really sad because I love it. You can see my marks over there. I am trying to finish it, and it's looking like maybe 2 more months. I do have a larger jump this time, and that is because I finished the other cleanser I was using. So I'm now using this morning and night, whereas it was previously just my morning cleanser. But this is going to be going a little bit faster now that it's my only one. I'm not planning on rolling another cleanser into a project, but we'll see what happens with the randomizations. In any case, 2, maybe 3 months. We'll see how that goes. I still love this cleanser, so I do still kind of have bittersweet thoughts about finishing this. Next is That's So 2000s, which is created around the 2000s era. I randomized the prompt Cheetah Girls, and they are any animal print item. And I picked these Color Street nail polish strips in the style Snake My Day. These are what's on my nails right now, and I do still have a couple of these left. This is the only time I've used them in the last month. I got distracted by a nail polish I rolled into another project, and quite frankly, I find nail polish easier to use than these. These are kind of finicky. But I'll be able to do 1 more manicure. These will have an accent nail of some kind, because I'll be able to cut these in half and use it on both hands, but I will still have to paint 1 nail. I am looking forward to finishing these because they're a pain to use. They're pretty brittle, so whenever you apply them, they usually stick to your nails pretty well, but not always. And then you have to file off the excess, and sometimes they crack. And what I really hate is washing my hair while I'm wearing these, because my hair will like get under the sticky part of it, and then my hair gets stuck in there and it's like ripping out, and it's also like sawing the sticker off my nail. It's a pain, but these will be gone by next time. The Golden Girls project pan was themed around the TV show The Golden Girls, and I randomized the prompt Back in St. Olaf. That's supposed to be a gimmicky or a throwback item. I picked this Perfectly Posh Hot Pepper Shebang Mushel Stick. My goal was to use this 30 times. At the last update, I had 27, and I used it 4 more times, so I'm now at 31 uses. This is a rollout. It does still work, as old as this is. It does still have that kind of warming sensation that it's supposed to, which is really nice when my legs are sore. So I still have this around. I'll probably roll it into another project quite soon, but this is rolling out of this project. Next is Tiny Pans, and that's a previous year's Pan That Palette theme, and in that one you were to pick your palette with the tiniest pans. So I picked mine. It's this Coastal Scents Stylized palette. It's just a duo, but the pans in here are really little because it was just a sampler. My goal is to use it 30 times. At the last update, I have 4 uses. I've used it 1 more time for a total of 5. So still slow progress. I have 25 uses on this to go. I am getting kind of nervous about the eyeshadows in this project, whether or not I'm going to meet my goal, but I'm going to keep trying, and so this is still in here. The next project is Women Who Rock, and I randomized the woman Serena Williams. She said, "I don't like to lose at anything, yet I've grown most not from victories, but setbacks. And it's a product that you used to hate but learned to love." I picked this Milk highlighter in the shade Lit. My goal is to use it 30 times. It is rolled all the way up there. At the last update, I had 22 uses, and I used it 3 more times for a total of 25. So I have 5 uses to go. I might be able to roll this out by next time, we'll see. But if not, 2 more months at the most. This is still in here. I do still really like this. I usually underpaint with it, and I'll either swipe it on my cheek directly or I'll use my finger, but I don't use a brush for this either. And the last project is Zodiac Panner, and this was themed around the different Greek zodiac signs. I used my moon sign this year, which is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is represented by dark blues and rich purples, so I went into my Lilo & Stitch Ohana palette. Over here is the shade Aloha, which is like a deeper purple. I am wearing it in my crease today, and at the last update I had 13 of my 15 uses, and this is the second time I've worn it this month, so that brings me up to 15, and this is a goal met, so Zodiac Panner is now out of Throwback 30. So there's my update. That is 2 rollouts. I thought I might be able to get more, but 2's not bad. I have Golden Girls rolling out with this muscle stick and also Zodiac Panner with the shade Aloha in here. So that's pretty awesome, and I'm going to have more rollouts next time, I'm sure of it. I should get at least 3. This eyeliner from 50 Shades of Purple, I should be able to get the 1 use left. Also, I only have 2 uses left on these lashes for Nightmare on Panning Street, and then I only need to use these nail polish strips 1 more time in order for them to be gone. There's just 4 nails left in here. So I should have these 3 rolling out next time. So right now I'm at 16 projects still in Throwback 30, and hopefully I'll get that down to 13 by next time. So wish me luck, good luck with your projects, and I'll see you next month. Bye.